Welcome back to the Culturally Distinct Podcast. This is your boy, DJ KO. I'm glad you guys tuned back into the show. I'm glad you guys tuned in. You know, last week was a great show. We had my man from Beauty and Black on. Man, look, that was an awesome show, man. Make sure you guys go watch season 2. It's going to be coming soon. We don't know. Julian, he's going to let me know what's popping. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for the comments. Also, I like to thank big shouts out to my sponsors, 605 Adult Beverages, Red Core Universe. Much love to you guys. Thank you guys for participating in what we got going on. We're on a marathon right now. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. And as 2025 is continuing, we're going in 2026 for bigger and better things. Guys, I'm glad you tuned in because I think this show is going to be enlightening. But before I get in, I got to introduce Miss India.
Hello. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
I got to give you a hand clap, India.
Got to.
Come on, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Shout out to Philly in the building, you know what I'm saying?
Go Birds.
Right. Like we have a Saint and a Dallas Cowboy here, but you know,
You already know. You already know.
So before we get to our special guest, man, I like to say this conversation is going to be one of those conversations I think that a lot of individuals in a certain demographic needs to talk about. You know, we have a lot of podcasts and a lot of conversations about relationship and about things that people need a clear understanding about. And I have a brother up here, you know, that he blessed us with his presence.
I appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying? And we want to get some information out of you, bro.
I'm here for you.
So the person who I'm speaking about is Mr. Toney. How you doing, bro?
Nice to meet you, brother. Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you guys for having me.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, I mean, we're from Dallas. I'm sorry about but I'm here, so let's go and get it started. I know
good.
right now she's waiting just to come on and grip. I know it.
Right.
I feel the trap.
No,
Guess
so I'm
what?
feeling good.
You know, it's y'all in the same division, right?
Yes,
Philadelphia
we are.
and Dallas, right?
Oh man.
So
It's all good.
Right.
Like, we're going to put that aside.
You gonna do me like this year? Don't do me like this year.
I know, right?
Don't embarrass me.
So Jake, before we
Yes,
get
sir.
started, man,
Yes,
I
sir.
want a little quick introduction of yourself,
Okay.
man.
All right. Well, my name is Jay Toney. I'm from the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Shout out.
Shout out to Dallas and
Yeah.
Fort Worth area. Also, you know, I have been doing empathetic listening, also life coaching for a while. Matter of fact, I graduated from the University of North Texas with a business degree, but I double minor in sociology and psychology. So what I've been doing, I've been in business for like 25 years in the automotive industry. I own my own car dealerships. But for the last 15 years, I've been doing more, just giving back to the community as well as doing empathetic listening, life coaching, motivation. I have so many kids that I have in university, D1 universities, who I have coached and mentored. And I started doing it with the women and the men also.
Okay.
But the past 8 years, I've been just focusing more on the women because I see that's a sector that we need to attack.
Okay.
That we need to address.
Okay.
And I seen there was a need for a woman because all the women I talked to, hundreds of women who I talked to, I finally realized like what they need, just a little bit of structure.
Okay.
A lot of people don't have direction. So the past 3 years, I went to the lab. It's almost like I was like Moses, and I went to the top of the hill and just disappeared and came back. And I said, okay, I hear what the women are saying, so let me just create a structured environment for them. That's why right now I have 14. It's the Business of Love. This is a series, but it's 14 books that's already out there right now in the market. But it's what the women has been asking for, like a little structure.
Okay.
You know, the one.
Because you have a lot of content, a lot of information that you have. Talking about the structure, right?
Yes, sir.
So in anything in life, everything has a structure. Childhood,
Right.
raising kids, managing your finances, managing relationships, right? But you said something specific. You said women and having structure,
Yes.
right? Now, India,
Oh, here she comes. I know she's coming. Don't hold back, baby. I know you're coming.
I want you to like go into detail about what you mean women and having structure.
Well, structure is what I'm saying. Like you said, it's a game plan. A lot of women just say, I'm just going to go in on the vibe. I'm on the vibe. I'm just going to ride the vibe. But we can't, like for instance, if people was on the vibe to build this structure right here, this building right here, would you have any confidence in that it will
Not at all.
maintain? None, right? So the builder had to come in and make a blueprint. So structure ain't nothing but a blueprint. It's just something, give them structure, organization. Have organization so you can go from point A to point B. So we all need direction. And that's what it is. It's just one direction. Because a lot of people say, I don't know how to do it. Because let's be honest, one thing about it, our parents have failed us. I'm going to be honest and say this.
Okay.
Our parents have failed us because my mother, your father, a lot of our parents have not taught us how to be, what to do for our husbands and our wives.
Okay.
They never taught us
Okay.
this.
Okay.
They say, oh, you should watch me. Well, Mama, how can I learn? Daddy, how can I learn when you say, hey, you should watch me? I say, okay, and I use the analogy, what about me driving the car? If I'm watching you how to drive and I should know how to drive, no. You tell me to do something of a particular reason. Like I'm going left, I need to hit the signal light because I'm going left. But we didn't know that just by watching. You need to explain it to us. So somehow our parents did not teach them because they were so caught up with their own lives and trying to get their relationships together. So we was left out and open. Because think about this generation. We are Generation X. I think we all part of Generation X here.
Pretty much.
Before them was the baby boomers. Now the baby boomers was the ones who was taught by the silent generation, which was in the 1920s. But those people right there taught the baby boomers how to be a mother, because they watched and they taught. Big Mama taught them.
They groomed them.
They groomed them.
Yeah.
But they refused to teach us because they were so worried about their own lifestyle. So we bypassed as Generation X. And who suffer? The Zennials, the Millennials, all these, they suffer. They suffer. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get us back on track, because the thing about it, it's all about the family structure. In 1960, prior to 1965, we had the strongest community because 82% of us was getting married.
That's true.
But right now, where we at? We're like 26%. BlackDemographics.com, I like stats, by believing that. So it means that 1 out of every 4 of us is going to get married. Why? What changed? There's no more wives. There's no more husbands. There are. But we just don't know what to do.
Okay. So I want to know who's your audience. Like who, I know you said women, but
Yes.
I'm sure not every woman falls in the category of needing structure. So please kind of enlighten us on that.
Yeah, hey, we're going to chew the meat and spit out the bones.
Okay.
So what that means is those who need it, that's my audience.
Okay.
The people who need it.
Got it.
The people who don't, whoever had the masculine structure in life, don't need it.
Got it. Makes sense.
But they can pass on to a friend. But when I just play the role of the masculine, like for instance, the masculine father, the uncle, or the brother that's in the life who has wisdom. So what I'm doing is just passing on wisdom to the women who lack it. Because what I realized when I did those 10,000 hours, let me do the math on 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours, anything is
A couple of years.
yeah,
About 6 years.
Hold on, wait, I'm finna go and break it down because numbers matter. So that'd be 417 days if I had 24-hour shift. That'd be, if I did 8-hour shift, that'd be 1,250 days. So that's a long time that I put into it. So with this being said, I heard the cries of the women. The ones that, my daddy wasn't there. I always hear some constant, daddy wasn't there, daddy was there. Because every woman needs to be what? Daddy's little girl. Because he sets the standard. He's the only man in her life first who comes about and don't want nothing from her sexually. He just want to love her for who she is.
Correct.
And a lot of women miss that.
So when we talk about business, business is a organization, a sanction by the state that regulates certain things.
Right.
So you incorporated business and you incorporated love.
Right.
Right. So love is what we know it. Those who have a spiritual background realize God was the first love, right?
Agape. I'm
So-
a PK, so
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't
okay.
want to bother them.
Oh,
We
there you go,
can.
then.
We can. Pastor Morrison, that's my daddy. Amen. We can. We want to, but I don't want to Bible
Okay,
them. We're
you're
PK.
So
Okay.
now, that's what I want to ask. I want your definition. I want Jay's definition of what is the business and what is the business of love.
So we're gonna break it down in 2 parts.
Yes.
Say
Okay,
business.
yeah.
Business is just some structure, right?
Okay.
Some of the major companies always had structure. That's why they've been around for decades and decades. Some even hundreds of years, because they had structure. So that is the business part. The business is nothing but organization that has structure and has a game plan in the system. Now let's go to the love part. The love part is kind of different because your love is different from her love. A man's love is respect. That's our water. Her love is more of an emotional outburst. It's emotional and feelings for her. Because if I get up there and I say, listen, honey, India, correct? If I get up India and say, India, I'm going to provide something, I'm going to protect you and everything else, that's showing my love to you. Like, hey, you mean everything, that I'm willing to lay down my life for you. So that's a man's job and that's a man's purpose. But that love right there is almost close to, it's almost like a protection over her. It's almost a protection over her. But we're two different people. Our love as far as man is more of respect. Her love is more of provision and providing for her.
So more of an action.
Yes.
For women, you saying it's more of an action.
Well, both of them is action.
Yeah,
Because respect comes with action also. I mean, because think about this. The women who have men in their life who they respect are still in their lives. A lot of women loved a lot of men, but those men are no longer in their lives, right? No longer in life. But the people who they respect, fathers, uncles, and everything else, and professors or anybody who made an impact on your life who you respect, they're still there. I'm going to run through that wall.
Are you going to try to at least?
See, perception is reality, though, right?
Right.
If I think I am, I become it.
That's right. That's
If
real.
I think I'm less than something, guess what? I'm going to be less than something. But if I think I'm great, guess what? If I think I'm a genius, if I think I'm Superman in her eyes, I would not fail you because you believe that in me. Uh-oh. You just made a monster. But anyway.
In a good way.
Great way.
Right,
For her.
Exactly.
Great
Yeah,
way.
for her. Yeah,
Great
exactly.
way.
Yeah.
Because guess what? I always use this analogy. We can use this, okay? But this is Toney's thing. I said the analogy is this. The world is a Kentucky Derby. I'm your racehorse.
Okay.
You are my jockey. Wherever you feed me is how I perform in that world.
That's real.
So
okay.
if you feed me the bad stuff, guess what I'm going to do? Bare minimum. But what about if you feed me the good stuff? What if you feed me some admiration, some respect,
Okay.
some optimism? Huh? I inspire you. You admire me. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to crash out. I'm going to run through that wall for you because you see me as Superman, and I dare go home and not be Superman to you.
So I have a question
Yes,
to
ma'am.
challenge that. Because I really believe that a lot of men don't possess that respect for women. And women do, crash out for a man.
Okay.
But yet they don't get that same man doing the same thing for them.
Okay. So, and that's a good question. But you got to look at this. What type of man you talking about? Are you talking about a man, just an average man, or a man who got some purpose? See, the thing about what the business of love says, it shows you also, I think, we got multiple. We got single mothers. I'm doing, hey, is this a shameless plug? Because I'm going to plug them all.
Yeah,
but it's the
please.
honest to God truth, is what they need, right? Because a lot of women do not know how to choose. You invest a lot of time in these projects. I always use this stuff. That's my stuff too.
Yeah, analogy,
So
yeah.
what we do, we go to the standard grading school because we all went to school, correct?
Right.
Correct.
We all been to high
Right.
school, right? We already know if we made a 30. If you take a test of 10 questions and you got 3 right, you failing, right?
That's right.
Even if you got half of them right, you still fail,
still
right?
fail, right.
But 7 out of 10, I
Still
passed,
pass,
right?
Yeah, right.
So a woman had to do this. She had to come up with her own list. It's that list of 10. But a lot of women, they take on these projects. Because he got 3 out of 10. I can work with it.
Yeah, I can work with it. Yeah.
You can work with a project. Don't do the project.
That's real.
You work with a project.
All
So
the
what
way
about
real.
5 out of
Yes.
10? He's almost there.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, exactly.
No, he's still a project.
Yeah.
Because you got to work on them and build on them a little bit. You got to You got to fix the tire like a car. You got to fix the tires. You got to make sure the color is right and everything.
Everything.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
But 7 out of 10, guess what we're doing? If I'm 7 out of 10, and you guess what we're doing? We off and running.
Yeah.
I'm just a couple from the mark, but we off and running. You don't have to wait for me to catch up for you to build me and to
Right.
pour life into me.
Right.
A lot of women find themselves doing it
Yeah.
so many times. I know a lady who dedicated 21 years to a man, gave him 3 kids, and he even gave her the privilege of calling him, giving her his last name. See, sometimes we get stuck in situations as far as women because we're invested. When a woman says, I just don't want to, because one day he going to, but what it is, one day he going to ask me to marry me. But it don't happen that way.
Right.
So 21 years, 3 kids later, guess what? I don't have none of those. I don't have the privilege of having his last name. But what it is, the business of love, what it does, it gives you structures like be straightforward with your questions. Hey, I want to get married. Are you like-minded like me? Hey, how long, you got to ask these hard questions. How long does it take you to get married? If a guy said, well, I don't know. That means he haven't thought about it. But a man's by his purpose, guess what he's going to say? Well, probably 6 months to a year. Because all we need is men. That's all we need. We don't need a long time. We don't need a long time.
Okay.
Because we know who we like as far as men with purpose. Because we want a woman who's going to bring some kind of who's going to be an asset to our life,
Yeah.
not a liability.
Right.
Because a man, what a man can do, a man can get up there and he can mess with thousands of chicks. But the one who brings the most value to him, he say, "Hold away, before I get rid of, I can't get rid of India because India brings this, and that to my life." Because a lot of women are always concerned about what a man is, who he's having sex with, because that's the only thing you really think about, because there's really deep psychology behind it. A woman is thinking like this. See, he messed with another woman, and he's having sex with her. The only thing I bring to his life is sex. So if a woman brought more than sex, she don't have to worry about who her man is sleeping with, because guess what? She knows she bring more value.
Oh, that's facts. Yeah.
She bring more value. She said, "Hey, I'm me. I'm her." Say it one more time, Andy. I'm her.
I want to ask one, because I know you said something about, we mentioned the business of love.
Okay.
So within a business, you have different employees, and each employee has a role and responsibility.
There we
A duty.
Yes.
Right? Now let's tailor that to relationship.
Okay.
You spoke about marriage. You spoke about, a woman being an asset and not a liability. Man, vice versa. What is the roles and responsibility? Because we're in 2025. A lot of women are more financially prepared, or they make more money. They have this.
Do they really?
They have this machismo attitude. Some of them, not all of them.
Okay.
Some of them have this machismo. I can do it by myself. Alpha. You use alpha. They have this alpha personality. Some of them.
Let me know when you're ready, Hattie.
I'm going there.
Let me know when you're ready, my boy.
Some have a demanding job when they're the CEO, COO, they're these titles or whatever, and they come home and their man is also working, but they're not as demanding. Their job is not as demanding as theirs, and they want something good. So let's talk about roles and
Wait,
responsibilities.
what's something good? Can you elaborate on that?
Something simple, some fish or something, broccoli and salmon or something. You know what I'm saying?
Well, okay. All right. So
Roles and responsibilities.
So we're talking about the roles, okay? So
Yeah.
that's why roles should be defined. That's why you make like a relationship handbook. If you go in there in the chapter, it explains how to make the handbook. Well, roles are defined. Not only is it said, but it's written down. We've been in corporate America before, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
And when you go to corporate America, what you do, you go and you meet up with a HR person, right?
Right.
And y'all go over a certain booklet that they provided for you. At the end of the booklet, what you do? You sign off on it, and the HR manager sign off. Correct?
Yeah.
That means that we understand the rules of the land, and we understand what happens in the relation. I mean, in this business. Right?
Yes.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So those roles and everything else should be put into that handbook that you make for your relationship. Because every relationship need a handbook. A handbook just tells everybody what kind of structure that we're living under, and what's my duty as a man, and what's your duty as a woman. So that's what I'm saying for those roles, so we can define them early. Getting back to the women, I call them modern women.
Yeah.
Okay.
These
Let's get to the modern women now. I mean, think about this. A lot of women are going through a lot of pain and suffering today because, they don't understand, but a lot of women come home self-medicating because it's like they don't know what's wrong with it. They are dominating corporate America. They're doing all this stuff. They're doing all this stuff in the world. They make a lot of money, but you see that when they come home, sometimes they have a man, sometimes they don't. And what's the use of getting wins if you don't have nobody to share it with? It's all about when a woman get a man who doesn't make more than her, because a woman expects a man to make equal or higher than her. It's called hypergamy. So when that woman gets up there and she see that she's doing way better than her man, because the average income for a black man is $42,000, I think blackdemographics.com.
Yep.
So it's
Something
in
like
that
that.
area. So it's in that area. So a lot of women, only 6% of women scale over 100,000, and a lot of people have a fight. Oh, that's not true. Yeah, it is true.
It is.
It is true. It is true, because numbers don't lie. Numbers are stubborn. So, and I'm a very fact-driven guy. That's why I put a lot of facts and everything else why I put into it, because numbers do count. But when a woman get up there and she see that, one thing a woman will not do, she never come down her lifestyle. Because, say for instance, I'm coming in, I'm a dock worker, and a woman who I date, she's up at corporate America, a high executive. And then I started dating her, and then next thing, and then she started saying, I said, baby, I don't have enough money, so can we go to Applebee's? But she's so used to Ruth Chris. She's so used to Papa Do's. a woman will not come down in her way of life for a man. It's hard. No,
they
I
come
can't
down.
agree with
When they
that.
come
Sir,
down,
no, no, no,
I'm
no,
down. I'm
no,
just.
no,
Oh wait.
no, no,
Are
no,
we
no.
talking about? Are we talking about minority or majority of women? I'm talking about majority. I'm not talking about minority because you may be a special snowflake. Okay, you may be a special case. I'm not talking about the special case. Okay, that's why you're so gorgeous. That's why I appreciate you because
Thank
you're a
you so
special
much. I
case.
appreciate
You're a
that,
special
but-
case.
You would go to
No,
Applebee's?
but the thing is, it's not about just going to Applebee's, right? Because I can afford it for both of us, for real, for real.
I get it.
But my point is trying to say is the fact that a lot of times men feel insecure about the fact
course.
that I can pay for both of us, right?
course.
And therefore, it's like, all right, well, now I feel like I'm not the masculine man, even if I'm making you feel like the masculine man that you are in every shape, way, and form
Okay.
of the conversation that we have.
Okay.
You still are not supporting me, and that's the thing that I need if I'm making said money.
Well, Indy, I agree, and I respect it. I agree, I respect it, but
Okay.
But think about this: a man want to maintain his masculinity.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
So, if I feel that my woman is carrying a load, it's like really women don't realize this happened unconsciously for both parties.
Okay.
So what happened is you start carrying a lot of the load, doing the masculine energy. In each household, it must have two energies. It must have a feminine and a masculine energy. So when you take that masculine energy, what role does the man take?
think you're saying the
feminine.
Say it.
Okay.
The
Say
feminine.
it. He takes the feminine. So sooner or later, your respect and admiration goes away from the man because your character. It does.
I'm sorry, I
It does.
can't
I
agree.
understand. You remember I told you special snowflakes. I told you majority versus minority. Okay.
Okay.
So they just say right
Okay.
now you just a what minority. You're a
Okay.
special snowflake.
That makes
Whoever
it-
finds you, they find a treat. You hear me? But I'm just saying, speaking this in general and whole, it's kind of hard to find. It's kind of hard to find because sooner or later, that ego start to kick in. That ego start kicking in, saying, "I make more money here. I need to what? I need to what? I need to upgrade. I need to what?" You heard this before?
Yeah, I've heard,
Because
yeah.
women locker rooms are tougher than men's locker rooms. Because what we talk as men,
Yeah.
but women, oh y'all go hard.
And they serious.
Y'all are savages. Y'all like kids. Have you seen kids? Kids tell the truth, right? They're gonna tell it like a TIS is. So
Because yes, I understand what you're saying. You're
Okay.
like, okay, I might be that minority, right? But I know a lot of minority women that think the way I do.
I would love to put y'all all together. How do you change the community? By having strong families.
No, I agree with that.
I just want strong families. I just want to turn us back to 1965 when we was married at a rate of
I get that.
82%. Right now it's 26%. It was just crazy. And right now it's 26%. And the closest group is white women with that 54%. percent I'm just saying, why are we so behind? One out every four? I don't know if y'all notice a lot.
It's a lot of reasons why we're behind.
I get it. But what we're doing, we got to cut down one tree at a time. But if you
That's
look
true.
at it, I don't know if y'all paid attention though, but sometimes I go in the streets of Houston during the day, and I go in the streets of Dallas during the day, and what you will realize, there's a lot more homeless women, and these women are not younger. Remember, we're by ourselves, because two incomes are always better than one. So only thing it takes is one accident to happen. God, knock on wood. If one accident to happen for you, and then who do you have? That's why I say we need to pair ourselves up.
Let me ask you this, Jay.
Yes, sir. Talk to me.
Because I know we we could talk about that for a while. Because you know that's one of the
Oh, we can go on.
yeah, that's one of the dynamics that we know male and female have, especially in our community.
Correct.
I always remind people we only 13%.
That's
We're only 13% of the
Hey, we saw that
population.
in the election, right?
Okay.
White America came from nowhere.
I wonder why.
Yeehaw!
And this is we're only 13%, but I guess we penalize each other so much.
We do.
And it's easy and it's simple, but we only
Right.
13% of a larger population. But I want to mention something. I want to talk about cheating.
Say what?
Cheating,
Okay.
right? We talk about these gender roles,
Yes,
and these
sir.
roles and responsibilities, and how individuals have the money. Say the woman has the money,
Okay.
right? And we spoke about that earlier. But what about the man? Say if the most men that makes a six-figure and the woman doesn't make as much.
Okay.
So and they cheat.
The
When I
woman
say
cheats
cheat,
or
no, I'm talking the
man?
man.
Okay.
And the man cheats. When I say cheat, have sex with other women,
Yeah, I get it.
right? Do you think that's normal, or Do you think that's something that a man of a certain caliber needs? What's your take on cheating?
All right, so you got to go through the history of men. Well, what man that you know has been successful that only had one woman?
Talk. Hold on. Let me.
You want to keep it a buck?
Let me sit it up.
I just saw Indians cringe and just scratch the seat like, hold up, Jay. You better not say that. But I'm just saying, what we're doing, we go off the history.
Okay.
It's not me.
Yeah.
Don't blame me. Blame the creator.
Okay.
Don't blame me. Blame the creator. Because guess what? So you look at some of the great, powerful men. They always had multiple women. I don't say I exercise that. I don't say I believe it because most men who are wealthy, some do not exercise that option. It's an option that they're able to exercise because it's always been cheating was a rich man's game. What aggravates a woman is that a poor man is playing this rich game with funds. They don't have, remember the average income for a black man is $42,000, and a man out there cheating because another woman is a liability because guess what? It's taken away from you instead of an asset. The wife is the asset. The woman. Same as plug. I got that Mrs. versus wives.
Yeah.
Same. I'm a go plug.
Nowadays we call them side pieces. We call them side pieces.
I'm telling you because what I do, I give what's the advantages of both and who wins in the end. But anyway, we'll get back to that. But
that's real though.
Yeah, no.
That's a real conversation. People need to be had.
True story.
I wish we had time for it. Cause God,
girl, I spend the night up in this place. Don't get me started. But listen, but getting back to it though, I mean, when a man do this, he really, if a man's by his purpose,
okay,
he really don't have it. It's simple psychology what a woman can do. Say, baby, I know you're valuable. I know you can go out there and get it. I know you can. But that will hurt my feelings if you were to do that. If you were to tell me that would hurt my feelings. You would do that because I believe in you so much. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm like, you know what? I love her so much. I'm gonna suppress my natural instinct. Cause men are natural hunters. We're hunters. We're hunters. And
peer pressure.
Oh, peer pressure.
Girl, you gonna talk to you
stupid
like that?
because you with him. Why you with him like that? Even though, because single women
are talking about women.
I'm here for you. Hey, listen. I am the people's champ for women. I am the people's champ. I am the people's champ because what I'm doing, I'm giving you something. Because I have an older daughter. My daughter is...
Go back to the five. The five.
Okay, let's go back.
Public humiliation is one.
Public humiliation.
Yeah.
No outside babies. Because that's right there. That's a scar that can be replaced. I mean, because constant reminder because every time she see the baby. STDs.
Okay.
That's playing with your life and your spouse's life. You cannot do that. A man has to be responsible.
Yeah.
After that, no significant money. What does that mean? That means, India, if I buy you a G-Wagon and I buy her a G-Wagon, that means that you and her are on the same playing field.
That's true.
That no way you can be that, honey, because guess what? You are my woman. And no putting the family at any kind of significant dangers. That means that no having crazy women stalk the house and all like that. Okay. So these men operate underneath this platform because the women's like this. If this doesn't occur, I'm not going to look for problems to break up my happy home. Because we got kids, we got family. We got kids, we got everything that, properties, whatever we have together. I'm not going to endanger that because my life is good because my husband do all the stuff. He come home and everything else. You ever heard the term coined, boys will be boys?
Yeah.
And that's where they came from.
I despise that term.
I get it, but I'm just saying, don't blame me, blame history, because this was before me.
So I want to kind of ask in India. So
Yes,
those five things that Jay spoke about. What's your take on that? Do you think that women in our community, you think they do those five things?
Are you saying do them, or are they okay with them?
Both.
Okay, so I do know women that are okay with those five things. And they live their life, and whatever he does outside of those things, they don't see and they don't talk about. Okay. Do I subscribe to that? Hell no.
That's fair.
No, absolutely not.
So you're going to publicly humiliate your man if he makes you upset?
No, absolutely. So I won't do those things.
Are you looking for any problem? If you don't see none of those problems, if none of them things happen, are you looking for trouble?
I'm not looking for trouble, but if he cheats on me and it's still outside of those five realms, it's going to be a problem.
How would you know?
I'm going to know. Y'all stupid. That's just what it is.
So we're here. Hey, listen.
Like, y'all dumb.
First of all, I'm the people's champ, baby.
We're going to find out. Believe that.
So my thing about it is Of course, men are sloppy,
Very.
but women are. If a man is cheating, 9 times out of 10 he's cheating with a woman. So women, there's a lot of women out there who are doing it and is okay with it. Hey, you ever seen? I seen dogs do it. Have you guys seen dogs do it? I seen dogs do it. But have you ever seen a cat do it?
Never seen a cat.
Only thing you hear is just noise, meow, 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 meow.
Another thing about a cat is the fact you never saw a leash around a cat's neck.
Uh-oh.
You can't control a cat.
Adam, let's not do this.
That's a whole nother thing.
It's true. Like
I'm
talking.
control
I'm
the
here
cat.
for
It's
the
true.
women. Let's not go
Yeah.
there. You're in a relationship. I believe it's just like being in corporate America. The incentive program.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ready to go to the incentives?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds sexy, right? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
let's go.
So
And I
think
was going
about
to ask
this.
you about that, so I'm glad you
Okay,
went there.
good.
Yeah.
I'm just transitioning
Yeah.
over for you, okay?
I
But
love
think
it.
about it. It is sexy when you have incentives. Like in your job, you got a job, you say, I get a $50,000 bonus at the end of if I reach a certain amount. I'm start hustling, right? I'm start getting out there and go get it. Right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing in your marriage or your relationship. You got to have an incentive program. Like, hey, baby, listen. You know, you do your job as a husband. You protect, you provide us. You make this amount of money. You make sure that the family's taken care of. You make sure that I'm taken care of. And you reach all this stuff. Guess what, baby? What I'm going to do at the end of the year, we're going to go to Vegas, me and you, and anything goes. You don't think a man for the crash out and say, what, baby? For real? I get to go and me and you together?
Right.
And I got
He gonna start performing.
he gonna perform
That's right.
because he got something to look forward to.
Right.
See, the thing about it, though, let a man get something out of it. Because normally a man really gets nothing out of it. Once he gets nothing out of it, I'm talking about no end of the year bonus. Like, he does his job, he take care of the family.
Pat on the back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, good job. And send him away. Probably get a couple of ties and something for Father's
Yeah.
Day, you know. But it's my wife's job to give me incentive because she know how hard I work. 'Cause that's my partner in crime.
Right.
We do all this stuff together, right? And you say, baby, I see how you grind. I see how much you working. I have to do something for you. So nobody else knows. Just me and you.
So in this book, how often do you want the incentives to happen?
Just listen. You act like it's incentives like every day. If we were to get candy every day, that would be a problem, right? I'd become a yuck mouth. No. Incentives like the end of the year.
A quarter.
Or it can be or it can be a quarterly. Either way that you draw it, because
Okay.
remember, this is your handbook. This is your employee, your relationship handbook. You guys sit down and you write down everything. See, I can't just come. I just can't come to you and then you say, "Hey, remember we talked about this?" No, we writing down everything. So even if I make that mistake, look, baby, you see what you did? We agreed on this. So it's the incentive program. Like, for instance, it's a two-way street because I don't believe in being selfish. Oh, no. Because, baby, if you provide me with optimism and respect and love and take care of me and take care of the family and everything else, guess what? You get an incentive also at the end of the year. Oh, baby, that's when you can say, hey, I want a mommy makeover. That's when you say, hey, I want the new G-Rod. What did you say, G-Rod? What color you like, honey? I think you said the black, right? The black looks sexy on you. So we probably go with the G-Rod and everything else. And anything that you want, a special luxury, a vacation, me and you. Kids stay home, me and you, because you did such a great job for supporting me and promoting me and loving on me. Because at the end of the day, when I'm out there fighting the war, I come home and I recharge off you because you set the foundation.
But don't you think that should be a part of a relationship anyway?
Why when we talk about it? See, that's the thing about it. Uncommunicated expectations. We got here and we expect someone to know something, but you have to let me know. Like, I don't know. You say, but you should know this.
Oh, no. It should be communicated. I agree with
Two different households.
Yeah.
But what's stronger? It's called a digital footprint or something that's written. If something is written, I can never say, well, I didn't know that, baby. Oh, no, baby. Go to Section A, Paragraph 3. You can state right here that we said that we're going to do this and that, right? It's called guidelines.
So what if you have a man that you come across that doesn't like to write things down? They're like, nah, I'm not doing all that.
It's called hunters and gatherers. The man is the hunter and the woman is the gatherer. Usually the woman I have, guess what? She's an excellent. It's called being equally yoked. I may be good
true.
at sales and everything
Right,
else. My woman's
right.
good at organization, structure,
Right.
everything else. And then when we come together, we balance everything out, right? Equally yoked. So 9 times out of 10, if I get a help me, guess what? She's going to be good at the things I'm weak at.
Right.
Or vice versa. Maybe the man's good at this. Maybe he's good at writing. But if I'm with you, guess what? Indy, you got that, baby. Come on, let's write it down. Because I know you got a structure. Because I can tell by the way you put your stuff together.
But what does that mean when you said balance? Because nowadays you have individuals that are balancing out relationships and they're going 50-50
Okay.
in the relationship, right? So when you say equally yoked, we understand the term equally yoked in the church and in spiritual, the yoke and the oxen, and you're performing together equally. But like I said, in 2025, especially with this economic gap between the female and the male, a lot of people are going 50-50. So what's your take on that?
Are we gonna really talk about 50-50?
We're
gonna do this?
Let's talk about it.
I'm ready.
On that.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. But I thought we still on. But it's good because I say roles, right? Mm-hmm. See, and then I gotta use me and you.
Mm-hmm.
So we
That's
booed
okay.
up. We booed up, right? So we booed up, love. Guess what? You bring in the good income, I bring in income. Let's put it like this: you bring $50,000, I bring $50,000. Just say that. So $50,000. I mean, we got $100,000 in our household. Mm-hmm. Guess what? I'm gonna come to you and say, "Hey, baby, I'm gonna put you in front of the whiteboard, but I'm a planner." Well, I put you in front of the whiteboard. Okay, baby, listen. We're gonna do this, this, and this, and my goal is to retire you in 5 years. So it's not 50-50, it's 100% because your money is my money is your money, right? Mm-hmm. So together, what are we talking about? We are together.
Okay.
I did the 50-50 before, and it was not the right thing to do. I did more than 50-50. I took care of the majority of the household, which was almost close to 100%. Mm-hmm. And what happened was she had a good career, but what I realized, it was the wrong thing to do. Because what happened was you start seeing more Amazon packages around because they don't know what to spend their money on, right? They have no game.
Wait,
let me finish.
Wait.
No, not you. Hey, don't let that thing trigger you because they talking about remember love. You remember you're a special snowflake. You're not like the rest, baby, right?
You said Amazon's package, that was the trigger.
Oh yeah, them packages start. Hey, them packages start piling up. They piled up. I'm like, huh? And then all of a sudden, the money that she's saving is called just in case money. You know what just in case money is, right?
Emergency.
Just in case we don't make it.
Yeah.
I have enough money to go.
I
mean, don't say that because you 10 toes down, and that's the problem with it. If you want to get to the stats, 70% of all divorces are filed by women. Men, we don't like to leave. We don't like to leave. We don't, because we like everything structured and we want to continue with.
And y'all will settle.
We will settle. No, we settle for peace. Yes, we will.
No, but sometimes if it's
because we don't care about. We don't really. We will take a baddie. Well, baddie will be a 9 or 10, and we'll take that 6 or that 5 because that 6 and 5 brings peace, and she'll work for your love. Because I'm saying we work for each other.
That's real.
My job is to take care of you. Look at me, Indy. Boo. Boo. Your job is to take care of me. I'm going to take care of you. It's a two-way street, right? I'm going to hustle and grind for you just like you're doing. And what we're doing, we're competing to outdo each other, to take care of each other. Oh, my God. I call that longevity. See, my father and my stepmother, I learned this from them because they have a marriage that's over 48 years. And I want to go back to greatness. I don't want to do the 5 years because that's the average marriage is 5 years.
Well, I'll just tell you my opinion.
Okay.
I think a lot of women are in imbalanced relationships. Okay, they had the project.
Right?
Yeah, imbalance.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
Thank you. I
imbalanced
was about to say
relationship. I'm
balance.
sorry, no.
What world?
Imbalanced relationship,
Okay.
right? So therefore, that's why they are filing for these divorces, right? Because they realize that, oh my gosh, I married a project.
I get it.
You know what I mean? Or he said he was supposed to do this and he didn't follow through with that.
I get it.
So that's why marriages are started from women because they're not going to have it when it comes to being unhappy. I'm unhappy. Excuse me.
Are you ready?
Go ahead. I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Who chose them?
No, of course it was us.
Okay, it's called self-accountability because
Yeah.
no one taught you how to choose. So what I did, and I'm going to use my daughter because right now she's 30 and she found a husband because of daddy's instructions.
Oh, great.
So that's why I said we need that masculine energy to tell her, hey, daughter, we're looking for certain characteristics in a man. First of all, I want a man who has integrity. I want a man who his word means something. I want a man who has goals and vision and he has a purpose. He can't make you his purpose because that's too much pressure for you to bear as a woman, because those are the type of men who will kill those women. Because if you were to leave me and you was my life, guess what? I'm looking for you, especially with somebody else. Who you?
Right.
No. If a man got a purpose, his purpose comes first. She comes as a help me, right? That's the way that the Creator has put it.
Created.
down.
Yeah. That's
I
purpose.
believe you guys are helpers too, but continue.
No, we are. We are. But guess what? We need both energies, right? Hunters and gatherers. Hunters and gatherers. We need that. But with that being said, honey, I mean,
But it's funny. So I want because we just missed something just now because what you just explained, you said help me, right?
Okay.
In India, I'm not saying you was wrong, but she said you're helpers too. So that was an automatic response because I think that both parties they don't realize their roles when it comes to helpers, right? You said something at hunters. I'm going to you.
Okay.
You said hunters and gatherers.
Correct.
I looked at an analogy like this. Since you're bringing analogies up, if I go out there to kill something, how we gonna eat it?
Yeah, I gotta cook it.
Somebody has to cook it, right?
Of course.
Or if you go out there to kill it, somebody has to cook it.
Right, absolutely.
Versus you kill something, I kill something bigger. We keep killing, but who's
No,
nobody's
but
eating,
what
right?
you just said was the fact that if I am the person that brings home the bacon, I expect you to cook
Cook it, yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to say. Meaning, like, it's always not necessarily the man doing all this and the woman has to, be the support for that. You know what I mean?
So you're saying he's helping in that instinct.
Exactly.
Instance.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So that's almost getting back to what we're talking about, the roles, define the roles.
Right.
Purpose, you want the people to get out the book.
Well, what I want them to get out the book is you just got to go in with structure. Structure is the main thing. And I know women say, oh, cheating. But also, if the man do cheat, make him pay the fine. Don't get rid of the man. Make him pay the fine. Let me give you an example. Look at our face.
So, no.
Can I finish?
You said,
Go ahead.
Can I finish?
Pay the fine.
What I say, make him
You
pay the
got
fine. What you mean make him pay that fine? I got to get rid of him. I got to have my divorce party and everything else. We're the only group of people who celebrate divorces.
that's crazy, right?
People find that taboo in the Latinos population, the Anglos, the white. They find it as taboo.
Well, the reason why it's taboo is because they've never been enslaved.
Okay, 1 second.
So,
Let me finish.
I'm just saying, it comes from somewhere.
Man, please. You know, we were the closest being married to 1965, so we can't say slavery because Jim Crow, all those laws.
They brought us together.
They brought us together.
It
We
is.
was tight like so. We can't blame slavery because remember we were 82% in 1965 prior to 1965.
I
so,
know what the answer is, but I ain't gonna say it.
But
on
we
camera.
can't.
No, but I
Hey,
do.
listen,
It's
we're
all-
here for
I mean, it's a lot
So-
of things. I won't even go there.
So
Go ahead, continue.
so my point is this. Don't get if she's a good man and he made a mistake because we as men we're hunters. Let me finish. Let me finish. I'm going somewhere. I
Okay.
know you want to come on in. Just
I
save
am.
it.
I
Just
just want to.
bookmark it and
Okay.
come on
No
back to me,
problem.
love. I just want you to come on back. But stay in the church right now, okay? So my point is this. When we are going, if a man do break these rules, it's just like running. Hey, you ever ran the stoplight? I mean, got a speeding ticket? Huh? Okay, cool. Hey, you got multiple speeding tickets?
No.
Okay. All right. So the first time you got it, you learned your lesson, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So if a man break this thing and you have it in your relationship handbook, just say, okay, baby, if you do break those 5 rules that I said, you owe me $5,000. How would that be? Cash App or Zelle? $5,000. God. Okay, baby. Now, do you think that because the next time he break the rules, it doubles. It's 10. How often do you think that man's going to break some rules?
That's good if he honors it.
Huh?
Yeah, there you go.
No.
Okay.
No.
There you go.
Listen,
Because 9 times out of 10, he
One
ain't gonna do that.
One second. If he don't honor it, that means he don't want to be a part of that marriage or the relationship.
That's true, too.
But if the man honor it and he love you, oh no, he's gonna honor it because it was a study that was done, and it's in a book also. A study that was going on in the University of California that states that a man who goes through adultery and hurts his wife, 70% of those guys didn't do it again because he saw how much pain that it brought to her and the family. Her and the family. So he didn't do it over. But I'm just saying, if a man is honorable and you got it written down, also you can take that to court as far as divorce filings. He said he's going to pay this, and
Right.
the judge will grant it.
Yeah.
So this is a legal contract also, right? A handbook. You remember the handbook? You and the HR manager, y'all both sign off
signed
on
it,
it.
yeah.
It's the same thing with this relationship book. You sign off on it. Sign off on it together.
So I have a question. What about if a woman cheats?
Okay, cool. So if a woman cheat, public embarrassment, did she break all this stuff? Indy, how would you like to pay me? Cash App or Zelle?
Right. Y'all going to
Same
stay
thing.
though?
Cash App or
Y'all-
Zelle? Which one you
No,
want?
the thing
It's
is-
the same thing, honey.
I think
So do you stay?
So Jay, I would depending on the circumstance and depending on how long you've been in that situation.
Right.
So if I've been in that situation for like say 10, 15 years, I got too much invested in this woman. I'm not just gonna let her go.
That sounds so good. But your egos.
No, I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah.
And everything.
No, you're
But,
going to
but I can't let you go. Like
Cash App or
I'm gonna
Zelle?
go out the house. I'm gonna do
Okay.
all this stuff, but I'm like I still gotta keep it.
Cash App or
Like,
Zelle?
is that the part of it?
I'm invested.
You
I'm
invest
asking
it.
you. You ain't answering my question.
What's that?
I said cheat back. Are you going to do that?
No.
Oh, no, it's not about cheating back.
No, it's not about get back. It's cash out with Zelle.
Yeah.
It's cash out with Zelle.
Don't be hurt.
Yeah, we're gonna be hurt. My pride gonna be hurt.
Yeah.
And guess what? And people gonna know about it. But think about this. This has happened before. It's happened before.
Mm-hmm.
But they had to pay the fine. They had to pay the fine.
I
I
understand.
know it's not public, like for instance, Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton.
Right.
Bill Clinton had to give $21 million to Hillary Clinton's to a
Foundation?
nonprofit organization.
Yeah,
An organization.
yeah.
That money coming back to her. You know, they know how to do that.
Yeah.
And Kobe had to go buy Vanessa the $6 million ring, right? But there has been situations where the women did it, but nobody talked about it. But they paid the fine because the man stayed. Pay the fine, honey. What's that be? Cash App or Zelle?
Okay.
You know, because guess what? It's gonna double every time. Because once you run that light, once you get that speeding ticket, you say it teaches you psychologically, like, hello, wait, that's not worth it.
You know what's funny? A lot of women, I think, they have a misunderstanding how men are, because we have egos. We do have egos.
Yeah, we do.
But they don't realize that we have feelings too, and sometimes we are vulnerable behind closed doors.
Facts.
Yeah.
Now we are hurt, and it's gonna hurt us. We're gonna be crying and everything. Be like, you know what? I hate her, but we're not gonna leave.
No.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Now outside in the public, we gonna might show out. Oh, forget her, whatever. We outside, but in time when you in your house by yourself, you be like, man, I miss my wife.
Yes.
I'm gonna take her back. I just don't want her to know that I'm taking her back so easy. See what I'm saying? You guys are more ruthless than us.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Say that again. You see that? Zoom in right here. Zoom in. What you say? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Is that the majority or the minority?
We know how to do
Oh
it.
yeah. You see
We're
what's
smarter
going on
than
with the
y'all.
chest. Oh yeah. Macho man.
Hey, let me say this though. Let me say this because men really take those vows seriously.
Seriously, absolutely.
Death, dual support, because you know, as soldiers, committed soldiers, hey, do you honor to protect them? Yes, I do, and we live up to it.
No, that's not true.
Okay, well,
Like you won't live up to the contract. You live up to the fact that
I say protect and provide. I say protect. I mean, stand lay down my life. If Roberts was to come in here right now, I'm going to lay down my life for you because you're my woman, right, India? So my job is to protect and provide you, and I take pride in my job.
But it's a lot more to your job than that.
No,
You
baby,
realize?
no. My job is to make you feel safe. My job is to protect you, not just provide you, so you don't have to worry about nothing. That's why it's so easy for a woman to. It's so easy for a woman to sit right there in the passenger seat while daddy drive. You just sit. The only thing you gotta do, baby, you okay, and you got to control the AC and control the radio and make sure I'm okay. My job is hectic. I don't tell you. I gotta watch out for traffic.
Right.
I see a truck coming.
A
but
deer
that's right.
passing.
That's right. But I'm stern.
People calling your phone.
I'm stern and I'm looking.
I gotta listen to her conversation on the phone.
Like, say everything's okay
Right.
because she don't have to because she don't have to worry about it. It's her job. Pressure is for shoulders, not for hips. It's for us. God, hey, you got a problem with that? Blame the creator, not me.
That what he say?
Blame the creator.
That's
So
real.
y'all teaming up on
No,
me.
I'm
It's all
not.
good.
No, we're
I'm
not.
for you. You my boo. It's me and you, boo boo.
It's okay.
It's me and you, boo boo.
I can handle it.
You my girl. No. I love me some Mindy because we together. We like this. We're a pack of wolves. We're a pack of wolves. I can't do it without you because I need your feminine energy because your feminine energy will make me stand in my masculine energy
There
and
it
make me
is.
be the man that you need me to be.
Well, again, that's why we are, I guess you can call helpmates. I think
Yeah.
we help each other,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So, yeah, y'all might be seeing stuff, but you can't actually see, things that are coming that you can't see.
And
right?
that's your gift. God bless us all with gifts.
That's true.
God made us stronger, faster, bigger, but a woman's intuition
That's right.
Yeah,
is
man.
so important. It's so important. That's why my best friend is my woman. I don't listen to all the guys out there. No, because that's my running mate. When we go travel, I don't travel with guys. I travel with my woman.
That's right.
You shouldn't travel with your girlfriend because you travel with me.
Right.
You know,
I got you.
I think that's done. We get to that later. But what I'm saying is because she's my counsel. Because you're gonna say, because I know I'm the head, but we already know the head don't move out the neck, right? So it's called pillow talk. I think I got a book called The Art of Pillow Talk. You guys have superpowers, but you don't know how to use it, okay? Because guess what? You sit up in that bed and when you get through landing on me and you right here in my chest, and you say, baby, I think we should do this.
All right.
I'm saying, all right, baby.
It's like Samson Delilah.
Yeah, whatever you say, baby. All right, baby. So that's how that works, though, right?
Yeah.
Because it's your power. I'm your puppeteer. I'm Pinocchio. You Geppetto. You telling me, okay, you can really control me.
Oh, yeah.
You can really control me.
Definitely,
But a
yeah.
lot of women don't think, because a lot of women think they got to be masculine. But when two masculine energies right here,
You're gonna clash.
We're gonna do this. But
No, I don't think a woman feels as though she has to be masculine, in my opinion. And the reason why is because she doesn't feel the support that she needs to get from said man. You know what I mean?
But
so therefore, she feels as though she has to. But I'm telling you, women,
I agree
at
with
the
you.
end of the day, we just want to be women.
I agree with you.
Period.
I agree with you.
And we just need the support from
I
y'all
agree
to
with
do
you.
that.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But the only thing I'm just saying, you are a special snowflake, baby.
So you know why they made the movie The Beauty and the Beast? Because it was impossible for this little frail woman to control this big massive beast. The man is the beast, and he can control. He could rip through cities by himself.
He can.
But he cannot control that emotional feel for that little frail woman.
Ugh.
I agree with that.
But women, like you said, women really don't know their power because of whatever influenced them or whatever background, drama, trauma, mental health, whatever. They don't realize it's so easy. Lauryn Hill had a verse, and you're an artist. Lauryn Hill said it could be so simple, but we'd rather make it hard. Right?
It's a we thing.
Yeah.
Because we can't do it by ourselves.
Yeah.
I can't argue to myself. I got to do it with somebody else, right? So that's the thing. It's not just about what, said woman says. Like, oh my gosh, well, if y'all just realize your role. It's like, all right, well, even if I try to talk calm and you still want to yell at me, it's still men that will do that.
Yeah.
So, but we're not talking about them, right?
No. We're talking about them too.
Okay.
So I'm saying because it's ways that you can diffuse that, and that's why etiquette need to be reintroduced to the women. Because a lot of women, like I said, that baby boomers, they failed us. Because etiquette, Big Mama always had Papa do anything she want. Because it's all about touch. Baby, can you please do this for me and everything else? It's all about your delivery,
It's
right?
not that simple.
It really is.
It really
It may
isn't.
sound that
It
simple,
is
but
not.
it's all that
I'm
simple.
telling you, I tried it.
Oh, wait, with the wrong man. You remember?
true.
You remember? It was
That's
a
true.
project. You remember? 30%.
No, but he wasn't a project.
Was he
That's the thing.
70? Were you like-minded? So why are you not together right now?
Because we
If you
evolved.
like-minded, you gonna
Well,
be
no.
together.
When we evolve, because we do as people,
Okay.
you can grow apart. Because one time you might go in it with a
I'm happy you said that.
yeah.
Because in the book, it says that we have to go reevaluate every year or every 2 years.
I like that.
So what we do, we come back to the table and say, okay, why I need to do better in our relationship?
I like that.
What can I improve on?
Yeah.
Am I a better lover? How often do you want sex? What do you need? What do I need to be? What you need? See, the thing about it, it gets stagnant over time. You know,
Yeah.
I say running
Yeah.
with the same. Running the business 10 years ago compared to today
Right.
is
It's
totally
different.
outdated.
Right. Yeah, I feel
but
you.
it's the number one reason why people are divorced. It's not for cheating. It's not for money. It's called uncommunicated expectation. And I said this word before. I don't know what you're thinking, India. So it's up to you to let me know, baby. I need more of this, or I need to come to you, India. I would like for us to do more of this together.
Gotcha.
You know? But that's why we come back to the table and renegotiate it. That's why I say it come with the structure. That's why the business of love is so important.
So I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
You're such an expert. Tell me about your relationship status.
My relationship stand right
Yes.
now, I'm single.
Okay.
My job right now, you know what? It's almost like Christ-like. It's almost like Christ-like. I'm drawn to my purpose. But on my journey, I will find it.
Okay.
Because I know what I look for. Because I've been married before.
Do you want it?
Yes.
Again?
Yes.
Okay.
People
Would
say,
you get married again?
Heck yes.
Okay.
Because I know the importance. I like to say, you know what? Call my wife. She'll take care of it. Or I know when women say, hey, my husband, he's on his way. Right?
Yeah.
I like that. I like it because I know two is better than one. I need to recharge at night. When I'm out fighting the world, you know how I recharge? I come home, I put that thigh on you, and I sleep at night. And I relax, and I recharge myself to go out there and fight the day because I know that woman in the bed with me, I know she believes in me and see me as Superman, so I have no choice but to be Superman.
Yeah.
That makes
Right?
sense.
It said it. But being married is very important because you got to look at it not only just for emotional and mental aspect of it, but also for a financial aspect of it because it makes sense. Two is always better than one. You want to get out the rat race? Get a husband.
So I have a question about the sexual part.
Yes, love.
So you had on chapter 9, sexual innovation, the relationship R&D plan. What is that?
Over these past 8 years, I saw it was a need for women. So I say, you know what? Let's give them a solution. Let's not lie to them. Let's not pander to them. But let's give them, if you want to learn how to do this, A, B, C will give you this.
Right.
So it's just to give them structure.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So Jay, let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
In closing, where can I know you spoke about you're going to have a conference
Oh, that's
or
coming.
a Business of Love conference?
Yes.
Speak about that, the entirety of that, and how can the people find you for advice, for your life coaching, for your books? How can they find you?
Okay. Well, what I'm saying about what we're going to do a probably like a 50 city tour. What we're going to do, all like-minded individuals, as far as like-minded women and men who got the same like-minded as far as marriage, LTRs, long-term relationships. We want to put those people together. We don't want to bring men who are not serious, who just playing games. We want men who want families, because there's a lot of men out there who want families. They want to come home to somebody. They want somebody to build with. So it's a lot of women who want the same thing. So we're going to put like-minded people together. We're going to have these conferences at every city, every major city. Right now we're in protocol, but we're going to build it up. We're going to make a yearly function. We're going to go to these cities. We're going to put everything out there for people. What it is just coaching, teach them etiquette skills, certain things, what to do, mastering pillow talk. For the men, we're going to teach them responsibility, because a lot of men was not raised by fathers. You know, I was one of them. My father came in my life late. So I was learning from the TV like everybody else. Tyler Perry and Disney has lied to us, okay? They lied to us, people.
Shout out to Tyler Perry.
Shout out to Tyler Perry. I love you, my boy. Hey, listen, Tyler, business of love. Hey, hey, we can take the books and we can make a movie. Tyler, listen, you're my guy. But going back to it, but what it is just to give the women and the men structure. What we're going to do, we're going to have these organizations. I'm going to have these meetings. It's going to be a 3-day conference. And then at the end of the day, we're going to have a mixer with the men and women come together, you know, and see, because you put like-minded people together, nature's going to take effect. And once nature take effect, guess what? They start to mate with each other. And we start building what?
Families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. But getting back to where you can find me, all 14 books are on Amazon. Just you can just look up J.Toney, and you can see all of them because they're all in a bundle. You get them ebooks or you can get them paperback, either or. Audio should be coming probably the next 6 months for all of them.
Okay.
Also, you can find me at Instagram and Facebook. It is The Business of Love 911. So type that in, go subscribe, go and like and share, because we have a lot of beautiful content. So we're doing just spreading the word. People just to get out here and just add the structure. And the books are very, very detailed, because they give you step by step. So you don't have to ask questions, because they give examples. I always do this. I always follow with the problem, with stats, examples, and solutions. That's my number one thing. Problem, stats, examples, and then solutions.
Well, so it looks like that was a wrap up. I hope women and men and others got the answers that they were looking for. You know, even though like the thing about this episode that I did appreciate, that you said something that made a lot of sense, and I take this every day to work. I'm all about solutions. Being a manager, leader, whatever. I don't want to hear problems. Everybody got problems. You know, in our community, we are 13% of the population, and we too small to have these many problems. I'm about solutions. How can we fix this issue?
Right.
So the good thing is you're working on the solution versus the problem. So we about to get out of here. Before we get out of here, I want you guys to give your social media, Instagrams or whatever you got, websites, so people can find you guys. Because I'm pretty sure they're going to have questions for you, India, and Jay. They're going to have questions for you. So India, information, how can they find you?
Yeah, so find me on my website, tjconsultancyllc.com, or on Instagram at Aaron Nina Sings. That's Aaron_Nina Sings. And on Facebook, under my name, India Thomas Johns.
Awesome. Jay, how can I get you?
So you can find me on Instagram. You can The Business, DTHE, Business of Love 911 on Instagram, or you can find me on Facebook, The Business of Love 911. Also, you can find me on TikTok, J.Toney 15. You know, Coach J. Hey, I put a lot of content out there just for people just to be brave and be fierce. Because you want an outcome in life, you got to be brave and be fierce and just step out there. So I inspire.
Awesome.
That's awesome, guys. And y'all know where to find me at Mr. DJ KO, also at Coach Lee Distinct. I'm everywhere. You already know what it is. Guys, look, the motto every week, I say this and I really mean it. I love you guys and you can't do nothing about it. Peace out.